It's a beautiful afternoon for a game today, folks. I'm Andy McNamara, and this is Axis Football. Our game today showcases some of the biggest stars in the league, and I'm expecting some pretty impressive numbers to be posted today. With teams this closely matched, it wouldn't surprise me if this comes down to the final play. Martin kicks it away. The kickoff is caught. And he is down. The offense looks to get things going here on first down. Go! Steps into the pocket. Makes the throw near the 35-yard line. Incomplete pass. Second play of the drive. Go! He gives it away, and he is tackled. That will be a loss of 2. Third down, 12 yards to go. Go! Holt hands it off. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. That will go for about 8 yards. The offense sets up to punt one away. Go! He makes the punt. He catches the punt. And down he goes. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn steps back into the pocket. He finds a target up near the 40. Wrapped up, brought down. Lawrence with the tackle. That'll bring up second down. Second down and short. Glenn lets it fly. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Hill. Gain of 5 on the play. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. A flag on the play. I think somebody moved. That's a false start. And they'll accept the penalty. First down for the offense. 9 yards to go. He gives it away. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. It's a St. Louis first down. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Drops back. Penalty flag on the field. Batted down and incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Ref is going to catch him for defensive holding. They'll accept the penalty. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Glenn hands it off. And the tackle will be made by Higgins. Gain of 10 on the play. 4 linemen and 3 linebackers for the defense. Play action fake. And the pass falls to the ground. Third down coming up for St. Louis. Glenn hands it off. Wrestles him down. Caldwell with the tackle. Gain of 15. The defense sets up in a dime set. Finds a target on the left side of the end zone. Incomplete pass. Second down and goal for the offense. Player in motion to the left. Glenn lets it fly. And he's tackled up near the line of scrimmage. That will be good for about 1. The offense will operate from the gun. Go! Glenn hands it off. Touchdown! They're setting up for the extra point.
Oh!
Martin kicks it away. And it just sails a bit wide. And the first score of the game goes to St. Louis. Let's see what they do next. Here comes the kicking team. He boots it away. He fields the kickoff. And he's taken down after returning it up to the 35. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Player in motion. RPO, he makes the handoff. And he's tackled. Gain of 4 on the play. The offense comes in on second down. 15 yards to go. Holt looking to throw. And down he goes. Little with the sack. Loss of 6 on the play. The offense coming in for a 2-receiver set. Holt drops back to pass. He fakes the handoff. And the pass is incomplete. The punt team makes its way up the line. Black boots it. He catches the punt. Shakes off the first tackle. And he's tackled. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. They'll send a player in motion. A flag on the play. Hand off to Glenn. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. We'll see if that holds up after the penalty. I think they're going to get the defense for offside here. And they'll take the penalty. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Hand off to Glenn. And the ball is batted down. Second down. 14 yards to go. Glenn hands it off. Caldwell with the tackle. That's good for a gain of 4. Third down and short. Inside handoff. Powell with the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. A 2 tight end set for the offense. He hands it to the runner. Hill with the tackle. Wrestles him to the ground. That signals the end of the first quarter. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. Second down. 15 yards to go. It'll be a run to the left side. Powell with the tackle. Loss of 4. 7th play of the drive. Glenn lets it fly. Grabs him, puts him down. Tackle made by Gordon. They'll lose a couple yards there. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. Barber with the kick. He'll field the punt. That's the end of that play. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Player in motion to the right. Holt hands it off. Wiley makes the tackle. That brings up second down. Second down. 3 yards to go. He makes the handoff. He's going to be brought down up near the 25. That will be good for about 1. Third down. 2 yards to go. Holt gives it away. Harmon with the tackle. They covered a lot of ground on that play. The offense comes in with 3 receivers. Holt drops back to pass. Finds a target on the left side of the field. The deep throw, it is complete, and he'll be pulled down immediately. A huge gain by the offense. The offense will operate from the gun. On the run pass option, he gives it to the runner, and he is tackled. That will push them back 3 yards. 6th play of the drive. Holt drops back to pass. He makes the throw, and it's caught for the score. Touchdown! The kicking team sets up for the extra point.
Go!
There's the kick. And the extra point is good. They will pull ahead with that score. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Hart kicks it away. The tackle is made. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Steps into the pocket. Makes the throw short over the middle. And Ross brings him down. Gain of 4 on the play. The offense comes in on 2nd down. Glenn on the handoff. Gordon's got him. Down for the sack. They'll lose 8 on the play. Glenn steps back into the pocket. A flag on the play. It's pulled in by Lawson. He'll be tackled near the 45. Let's see what the call is. I think the offense is going to get called for a hold here. They'll accept the penalty. The offense sets up under center. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Finds a receiver along the sideline. And Page brings it in. Complete. And Ross brings him down. That brings up 4th down. The punt team makes its way up the line. Barber with the kick. The punt is caught. And he's tackled here. First down and 10 to go. Holt drops back to pass. A flag on the play. And down he goes. Little with the sack. Let's see how the penalty affects that play. They're going to flag the defense for holding here, and they'll accept the penalty. First down and 10 to go. He drops back to pass. He flings a pass, and it's complete. And he's immediately brought down. Good enough for a first down. 1 back deep for the offense. First down and 10 to go. Holt hands it off. And down he goes. That'll go for about 3 yards. Timeout St. Louis. They will have 2 remaining. 4th play of the drive. Holt looking to throw. Tosses it over the middle of the field. Wilkins with the snag. McGee wraps his man up. That will be good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 to go. Holt looking to throw. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. A pistol set for the offense. Holt looking to throw. Pass complete. And the tackle is made. Gain of 9 on the play. St. Louis calling a timeout. That will be their 2nd timeout. 3rd down. He tossed interception. And he stopped around the 40-yard line. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Glenn on the handoff. Wise makes the catch. Colbert wrestles him to the ground. Gain of 14 on the play. First down and 10 to go. QB back to pass. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Third play of the drive. Glenn on the handoff. He sets up and throws. And he misses the target. Three receivers for the offense. He makes the throw over to the right side. Page inhales that pass. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Gain of 11. First down and 10 to go. And Lawson grabs it. Complete. And he'll be pulled down immediately. That's good for 10 yards. Timeout St. Louis. That's their final timeout. First and 10 for the offense. Glenn steps back into the pocket. And the receiver just can't find the handle. Second down and 10 to go. QB back to pass. He makes the throw over to the right side. The pass is knocked down. Incomplete. Makes the throw at the sideline. Snagged out of the air. And he's immediately brought down. Gain of 16 on the play. The offense sets up under center. Glenn on the handoff. And he misses his target. The offense comes to the line on second and goal. QB back to pass. Glenn with the throw. Touchdown, St. Louis. The offense sets up for the point after. Martin kicks it away. And the extra point is good. St. Louis takes the lead after that score. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Martin kicks it away. And he's taken down after returning it up to the 35. First down and 10 to go. Holt looking to throw. And it's deflected down. Incomplete. The offense sets up under center. Holt looking to throw. And it's deflected down. Incomplete. A two-receiver set for the offense. Hands it off. Tackle made by McLean. Gain of 8 on the play. The offense will use a timeout here. They will have 2 remaining. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. He punts it away. The punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn on the handoff. He pulls it in. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. The second quarter comes to a close. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. The kicking team set up to boot it away. Hart with the kick. And he is tackled. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive.
Go!
Glenn hands it off. Caldwell with the tackle. Gain of 15. First down and 10 to go.
Hike!
He stretches the handoff to the outside. He'll be tackled near the 45. Gain of 9 on the play. The offense comes in with 3 receivers. Glenn on the handoff. He throws it off to the right side. And he will be brought down by Ross. They covered a lot of ground on that play. The defense sets up in a nickel set. Drops back. Throws the ball. Snagged out of the air. And he's going to be tackled just short of the goal line. That brings up second down. The offense comes in on second down.
Go!
Hand off to the left side. Grabs him, puts him down. Tackle made by Gordon. That will push them back 3 yards. St. Louis sets up on third down. Inside handoff, and they fly into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis. The kicking team lines up for the PAT. Martin kicks it away, and the extra point is good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. The kicking team set up to boot it away. Martin kicks it away. The kickoff is caught. And he's tackled. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Holt looking to throw. He's got a receiver near the 30. Track down the bomb. He crosses the goal line. Touchdown! They're setting up for the extra point. Hart kicks it away. And the kick is good. That will bridge the gap a bit. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Hart with the kick. Ripped to the ground. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Player in motion to the right. Drops back to pass. He's got a receiver deep down the field. A flag on the play, and it's knocked away by the defense. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. This is going to be offensive pass interference. They will accept the penalty. First down for the offense. He drops back to pass. Hand off to Glenn. The tackle is made. Gain of 4 on the play. A single back set for the offense. Glenn on the handoff. Penalty marker on the field. Over the shoulder, he got it. Let's see how the penalty affects that play. Ref is going to catch him for defensive holding, and they'll choose to decline the penalty. A huge gain by the offense. First down and 10 to go. Receiver in motion. Glenn on the handoff. He throws it off to the right side. Snagged out of the air. Wrapped up and brought down. Cunningham with the tackle. First down, St. Louis. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Glenn hands it off. He's going to be brought down up near the 25. That'll be good for about 2. The defense sets up in a nickel set.
Hike.
Glenn lets it fly. Fisher wrestles under the ground. Gain of 9 on the play. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis.
Go.
Glenn on the handoff. He finds the target over the middle of the end zone. The pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the offense. They'll send a player in motion. Glenn hands it off. And he is down. Gain of 4 on the play. 3rd down. 15 yards to go. Glenn hands it off. And he's brought down before making it too far. That will bring up 4th down. The kicking team lines up for a short field goal.
Hike.
Martin kicks it away. And the kick will fly off to the side. No good. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. The receiver goes into motion. Holt looking to throw. He tosses one up near the 50. And he's immediately brought down. That will keep the chains moving. 1st and 10. Drops back into the pocket. Throws pass. Stevens makes the catch. And the tackle will be made by Perry. That will go for about 8 yards. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. He steps back to pass. He's got a receiver off to the left side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! They're setting up for the extra point.
Hike.
Hart kicks it away. And the extra point is good. They will pull ahead with that score. It looks like we've got a player being helped off the field. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Hart with the kick. The kickoff is fielded. He eludes the first defender. He's put to the turf. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Player in motion to the right. Glenn hands it off. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Lawrence. Gain of 11. The offense will operate from the gun. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. It's anyone's game so far. 2nd play of the drive. Glenn on the handoff. Powell sacks him. They'll lose 8 on the play. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down.
Go.
Off tackle run to the outside. And Fisher makes the tackle. That will go for about 5 yards. 3rd and long for the offense. Glenn on the handoff. Complete to Wise. And Ross brings him down. Gain of 13. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. He steps back to pass. Glenn with the throw. He pulls it in, and he'll be pulled down immediately. A flag on the play. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. It looks like they're going to call a face mask on that play, and they'll take the penalty. A nickel set for the defense. Glenn on the handoff. Throws one. It's pulled in by Lawson. And the defense brings him down. Tackle made by Price. Gain of 11. 7th play of the drive. Glenn lets it fly. St. Louis breaks the plane. Touchdown. They're lining up for the two-point conversion.
Go!
Glenn hands it off. And they're able to convert the two-point attempt. St. Louis takes the lead after that score. The offense lines up to kick it off. The kick's away. And he's taken down after returning it up to the 35. The offense looks to get things going here on first down. They'll send a player in motion.
Sit hut.
Inside run. Wiley makes the tackle. They'll lose one on the play. One back deep for the offense. Holt drops back to pass. And he's going to throw this one away. The defense has done well stopping the offense from converting on third down so far today. Let's see what they do here. Mixon takes him down. That will be good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 to go. Holt drops back to pass. And he's off. He'll slide safely to the ground. That will be good for about 6. Second down for the offense. 13 yards to go. Drops back into the pocket. He tosses one just beyond the line of scrimmage. And he's tossed to the turf. That will be good for about 1. Third down. Penalty marker on the field. Looks like the ref is going to call him for encroachment. Defense jumped early. They will accept the penalty. 3 receivers for the offense.
Go!
Delayed handoff by the QB. And he is tackled. Gain of 12 on the play. First down and 10 to go. Holt looking to throw. Finds a receiver along the sideline. The pass is knocked down. Incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. Player in motion to the left.
Go!
It'll be a run to the left side. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. That will bring up third down. Third and 10 for the offense. Holt drops back to pass. Makes the throw over to the left side. And the pass is incomplete. A nickel set for the defense. Holt drops back to pass. He grabs it out of the air. He is picked up and brought down. Gain of 4 on the play. They'll come up short on fourth down, and the defense will take over. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Flag on the play. Slides off the defender, and down he goes. We'll see if that holds up after the penalty. Looks like the defense was offside, and they'll accept the penalty. A 2 tight end set for the offense. Glenn on the handoff. He tosses one. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Glenn on the handoff. Penalty flag on the field. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. We'll see if that holds up after the penalty. This is going to be defensive holding. They'll accept the penalty. The defense comes in a 4-3 set.
Tonight.
Glenn hands it off. And he's brought down before making it too far. Gain of 1 on the play. A 2 receiver set for the offense. Second down, 3 yards to go. Glenn lets it fly. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Small loss on the play, and the defense calls timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. Third down coming up for St. Louis. Player in motion to the left. He fakes the handoff and tucks it on the QB keeper. Grabs him, puts him down. Tackle made by Gordon. That will be a loss of 5. The defense will use a timeout here. That will be their second timeout. The punt team takes the field. Barber will boot it away here. And the tackle is made. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. He drops back to pass. He tosses out a floater. The deep throw, it is complete. And he'll be pulled down immediately. A nice pickup there by the offense. First down and 10 to go. Penalty flag on the field, and he's off. And he wisely slides down. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. Holding is going to be the call. The referee caught him. They'll accept the penalty. 4 linemen and 3 linebackers for the defense. Penalty marker on the field. They're going to flag the defense for encroachment. And they'll accept the penalty. First down. Drops back to pass. And McLean's got him for the sack. Loss of 9. The offense will use a timeout here. That will be their last of the half. Second down for the offense. 8 yards to go. Dropping back. And down he goes. Little with the sack. Loss of 9. Third down. Steps into the pocket. Throws it off to the left side. That's the end of that play. They covered a lot of ground on that play. Fourth down for the offense. Just 1 yard to go. He pulls it in, and he's immediately brought down. Gain of 10 on the play. First down and 10 to go. Looking to the right side of the end zone. Tipped away and incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. Holt drops back to pass. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. Third and 10 for the offense. He drops back to pass. Holt pulls the trigger. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The kicking team lines up for the PAT. Here's the kick. And it's good. Lining up for the kickoff. Hart with the kick. Sheds off the first tackle. And the tackle is made. The offense looks to get things going here on first down. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Page inhales that pass. Caldwell with the tackle. It's a St. Louis first down. Timeout St. Louis. That will be their first of the half. A lone back for the offense. Glenn hands it off. The tackle is made. That will bring up second down. St. Louis calling a timeout. They'll have just 1 remaining. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Glenn on the handoff. He makes the throw up near the 45. And he will be brought down by Ross. That brings us to the end of the fourth quarter. We are headed to overtime. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Hart with the kick. And he's taken down after returning it up to the 35. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn lets it fly. He eludes the first defender, and he's finally stopped after a great run. Gain of 13. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. He makes the toss off to the left side. Caldwell with the tackle. Gain of 11. First and 10. Player in motion to the right. Glenn lets it fly. Sanchez with the tackle. They'll lose one on the play. Looks like we've got an injured player down on the field. Two receivers for the offense. Glenn lets it fly. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. A shotgun set for the offense. Glenn on the handoff. Throws with the reception. And he's immediately brought down. Gain of 12 on the play. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Glenn hands it off. Wrapped up and brought down. Cunningham with the tackle. That'll go for about 3 yards. Second down, 7 yards to go. Glenn on the handoff. Fakes the handoff and looks to pass. And they score. St. Louis touchdown. That will do it for us today. For everyone here at Axis Football, I'm Andy McNamara, and we'll see you next time.